about next week now. We have a sense that Tuesday, Wednesday, well, let's say all next week, as you experience the full moon and you experience Mercury going direct, which often can feel like a car slamming on the brakes, right? There's kind of that jolt that occurs when Mercury stations direct, and you have to reorient. You have to rebalance as it then sits in the shadow phase for a couple of weeks more. And then, by the time mid-May is through, even towards the end of May, you'll feel like, oh, okay, I'm running this clearly now. So when you experience the full moon in Scorpio, which is, there cannot be a more emotional sign than Scorpio, right? So when you pair the full moon with Scorpio, expect yourself to be having some feelings next week. Just expect it. We're giving you the heads up. Your stuff's probably going to rise. But we've also already given you a really effective way to work with yourself when this occurs and to work with the people around you. And remembering that everyone around you is going through the same, whether they know it or not, is always helpful as well. Because then you can say, yes, that's right. That person I love just appeared to turn into a terrible being for 5 minutes because they're as affected by these energies as I am, right? So the intensity will probably, you'll start to feel it. Well, you're feeling the Jupiter-Uranus thing already, but it's going to really ramp up through the weekend. And then towards the end of the week, next week, you'll start to feel a bit of a tapering off as the moon starts to wane, as you start to get used to the energy of Mercury moving forward again, and as the sun is moving into Taurus, which is just about to happen, right? So all of that, these are big changes, big intensity, big fire, even though the sun will already be in Taurus next week, still big fire energy occurring, big water energy occurring as well as you dive into your emotions. And watch your balance with water and fire right now from within. So you can interpret that via your yin and your yang. If you're running an overabundance of your yang, right? Too physically expressed, too overactive, too pushy, too domineering, too whatever it is, overabundance, that's going to cause you trouble. And if you're too internalized, too withdrawn, too pulled in, too much sitting in your emotions, the swamp of your emotions, without allowing yourself to clear and come to center, that's going to cause you some challenges as well. So finding that balance between the two. And if you're too much in your water, too much in your yin, light a candle, put some fire energy in the space around you as a reminder to balance. If you're too fiery, get in some water, right? Get in the bathtub, get in the shower, drink some water, love the water in your body, and remind yourself that your ability to be vulnerable is not a weakness, but a strength. It is your emotional state that actually supports you here on this world more than anything else. The challenge with the emotional state is the judgment of the emotions, the repression of the emotions, the internalization of other people's emotional experiences. So this is going to be a great week coming ahead for you all to just kind of notice how you're doing here in your balance between emotion, centering, action, activation of joy,